I've seen a lot of games, and I have a feeling this one is going to be special.
The Madden 10 Greatest Team season begins from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, where the 1999 Titans visit the 1978 Steelers on Thursday Night Football. Al Del Greco was fantastic in the opener with 4 made field goals on as many attempts, 3 tackles, 2, and a 12-7 lead. A third down conversion was needed to essentially win the game, but after McNair is sacked, Bradshaw delivers a 70-yard go-ahead touchdown drive for Pittsburgh, capped by this score to Lynn Swann. 2-point conversion is no good, so the Steelers lead going into the final minute 13-12, and on 4th and 10, the rookie Ron Johnson knocks away this ball from McNair and seals a Pittsburgh win. Tennessee led for almost the entire game. Pittsburgh survives by 1. 2000 Ravens quarterback Trent Dilfer was bad since the first play of the game as he throws right into the arms of Charvarius Ward. Meanwhile, Patrick Mahomes was outstanding throughout with 2 touchdown passes, including this one to Hill in a 22-14 road win. Incredible game out of Houston between the 1968 Jets and the 2011 Texans. 2 early touchdown passes from quarterback Matt Schaub lifts Houston in front in the fourth quarter, 21-14 off a made 2-pointer. Jacoby Jones with the score. Then Ben Hartman, the Texans punter, pins the Jets down to the 3-yard line. So New York must go 97 yards for the tie. And if there's anyone who could pull that off, it's Hall of Fame quarterback Joe Namath. 4th down conversion here to Snell. Then after a George Sawyer grab, Joe Namath converts another 4th down. Then on the following play off a hold, Lamons is pulled down on a phantom face mask by Danielle Manning. Final play of the game, Jets need a touchdown, and Namath throws to an open Pete Lamons in the end zone. It looked like he scored. Officials say no, and upon further review, it appeared again that he scored a touchdown. But the officials claim he was out of bounds. Houston survives in a nail-biter by the final of 21-14. This game wasn't nearly as dramatic. Minnesota's sensational offense racks up just under 400 yards at Cleveland, coupled with the rookie Antonio Banks, who goes the distance on a pick 6. Vikings in a rout demolish the Browns 34-9. 2017 Eagles, 2015 Panthers. Carolina ran all over Philadelphia's defense throughout, and after a Greg Olsen score to begin the fourth quarter, the Panthers had a comfortable 17-3 lead. Wentz trims the lead in half with a 4th down touchdown to Trey Burton, but Philadelphia's defense needed just one stop, please, just one. The rookie Cameron Artis-Payne moves the sticks to end the game. Carolina 17, Philadelphia 10. And if you thought the Panthers had a good day running the ball, check out the performance out of the 1999 Jaguars. Fred Taylor has gone from 58, and Jacksonville goes into the fourth quarter up 20-9 on heavily favored Indianapolis. Now 20-12, 4th and 7, Manning fires a touchdown to reserve Brian Fletcher. 2-pointer is no good, so they need an onside kick. It's in the air, but recovered by Banks to ice a win for the underdog Jaguars. 23-18 is your final behind a 354-yard day out of Peyton Manning. This will go down to the books as one of the great games of all time, and I'll show you exactly why. Denver runs all over Cincinnati early, Derek LaVille for the touchdown, and Terrell Davis provides a big highlight in the second quarter with a 69-yard touchdown, 21-7 at the half, and 28-10 at the end of the third quarter for the Broncos. But in a turning point in this one, Eric Thomas picks off Elway at the goal line with 4:38 to go. Then from the 1-foot line, Esiason finds Brown for a 99-yard score. Madden says it's a 100-yard score. Nevertheless, it is a big touchdown to put Cincinnati back in the game. Then Eric Thomas will be in the nightmares of John Elway for weeks to come. He picks off Elway again, and it results in another Cincy touchdown. This one punched in by the tight end Rodney Holman. Now with Denver up 5, they could still ice the game on offense, but Ebron is stopped, and it took the Bengals no time to march all the way into the red zone. Big strike here of 34 to Chris Collinsworth. Then just 2 plays later, Boomer Esiason to Collinsworth again. Touchdown for the lead in a massive fourth quarter collapse for the Denver Broncos. 21 unanswered points by the home team for the late lead. after back-to-back first downs to Smith. Then Elway threads the needle to Marcus Nash. And on the final play of the game, this for the win, Elway heaves it deep, and that is knocked away at the goal line. And the 1988 Bengals, behind a Hall of Fame day out of Boomer Esiason, they mount an incredible comeback and win the game by the final of 31-28. There is no coming back in this game between Aikman's 92 Cowboys and Brady's 20 Buccaneers. Aikman got on him early with an 87-yard strike to Kelvin Martin, and that just began the onslaught for Dallas. Touchdown pass to Irvin, and while Brown provided the only highlight of the day for Tampa, this was all Dallas. 28-10 and a statement win on opening day for the Cowboys. Next week, Dallas plays division rival New York. A huge disappointment for the Buccaneers. 91 Lions and the 09 Saints. Hall of Famer Barry Sanders ran all over New Orleans' defense in the first half, but was a shell of himself in the second half with just 18 yards. Sanders ran the Lions into the lead 19-7, but Jeremy Shockey gets into the act in the second half. Then on just the fifth carry of the game, Mike Bell has gone from 67, and New Orleans jumps into the lead 20-19. As mentioned, Sanders was bad in the second half, setting up the Saints for another score late. Devery Henderson over the shoulder, 27-19. Credit to Kramer, who drives the Lions in for the score. And for the two-pointer to tie it, Kramer ran out of gas as he is dumped for the sack. Detroit needs the onside kick, and it's picked up by Bush to seal a Saints win. Nail-biter from New Orleans, and the Saints survive by 2. The 1972 Dolphins go into this day still as the only football team in NFL history to go an entire regular and postseason without a loss. Larry Zonka ran the Dolphins into the lead, then into the win column on the touchdown on the first down. He is the second leading rusher in the greatest team season with 119 yards in the opener. Greatest show on turf against the Legion of Boom. And early on, that special teams would get into the act, forcing a fumble of Hakeem, scooped up by Walter Thurman for a Seattle touchdown. But Hakeem would make up for his early blunder with 2 touchdowns in the second half as St. Louis rolls Seattle on the road in a massive win on opening day, 27-10 Rams. These certainly are 2 forgotten franchises in terms of the conversation of the greatest teams of all time. 91 Redskins, 86 Giants, scoreless in the first half, but speedster Darrell Green begins the third quarter with a bang, 102 yards for a Washington touchdown. PAT is no good. 2 Giants rushing scores in the second half, and they're up 14-6. Rippon finds Monk for a big play to spark this drive. Then, with under a half minute to go, that's Ricky Sanders for the touchdown. 2-pointer is good. We are set for overtime. Or are we? Don't give up the deep ball, Martin Mayhew. 67 yards for a New York touchdown. Bobby Johnson scores to win the game for the Giants. Nothing cheap or nothing deep. Mayhew gives up both. Giants steal one against the Redskins by 7. Incredible matchup in the desert between 2 of the best to do it. Joe Montana and the 89 Niners, Kurt Warner and the 08 Cardinals, and it was Arizona's Kurt Warner got on him early with a touchdown pass to Preston, then a 38-yard jet sweep to Preston to pull Arizona up 17-6. And a turning point in this one, Ronnie Lott rocks Jerame Urban and forces the fumble. Joe Montana, given that extra chance, would not disappoint. Touchdowns to Mike Wilson and Roger Craig, and the 49ers lead by 4 late. Arizona needed a big play here, but not one that ends in bounds. Preston is tackled to the 18 on the final play of the game. San Francisco comes back to win it 21-17. Sunday night football between the 85 Bears and the 96 Packers. This one was no contest. Walter Payton punches it in for 3 touchdowns and a hat trick. Willie Gault has gone from 70 in a Bears rout, 28-7. League's leading rusher is Hall of Famer Walter Payton, maybe the best running back ever. Monday Night Football doubleheader, 90 Bills, 07 Patriots. Difference in this one, Brady to Gaffney for a 47-yard New England touchdown, 14-7 Patriots. And to wrap up this action, the 06 Chargers pull off the upset against the 76 Raiders on opening weekend. The Extra Point Show will wrap this whole thing up. It's the Extra Point that's coming up next with Charger Dude 95.